Morning all, welcome to Monday morning. Time is 6:15. We're on our way. I've got a dodgy throat this week. Well, I say this week, I've got a dodgy throat as we speak. Alright guys, welcome to Monday morning. Just turn that fan down, don't need it. Turn it off. Yeah, welcome to Monday morning. Busy week, as you know. I've got a dodgy throat, so apologies for that. We are today heading across the water. Italy is our destination. Oh, morning guys. Right, so new camera position today, shows the belly off a bit more, shows the cab off a bit more, I'm guessing. See my water, my bag, got to make my bed later, a bit messy, got my tea. So we are currently stationary in Dover. Still got the sore throat. Currently stationary in Dover, waiting to get on the boat. Boat's not even here yet, so we got a little while yet. So I thought I'd have this opportunity really to just discuss something I've not discussed as far, which is the company I work for. Now I'm not doing a comparison, it's not a comparison site, this isn't Go Compare. This is just me letting you know what I think of the company I work for. Now it'll be foolish of me to say bad things about a company that I work for, but in this occasion there's actually nothing bad to say anyway, and that's being truthful, speaking from the heart. I'm not going to lie and say all this good stuff about a company if I didn't mean it, but I have a few things that I struggle with, of course, but it's never something I don't like, or I don't think that they run the company bad or anything like that. So let's start with the negatives. So for me, the biggest negative I have working for this company is the fact that we are, not we, but the fact some of us drivers, me included, are having to change around vehicles all the time, which means you can't get settled into a lorry, and it's difficult. You know, we would like to be able to settle into a lorry, leave your gear, but the way it works at the moment with certain drivers, it's not everybody, it's certain people where something's potentially happening. So that's probably my biggest issue I have with the company. I do have another, I wouldn't even, well, to call it an issue is wrong. It's just me not familiar with how they operate, and that brings me on to my second personal issue I have. As a driver, as a human being, communication for me is key, and their communication is spot on. I can't knock their communication. It's the platform they use to do their communication. I'm not going to say who the platform is, but it's a green company, if you know what I mean. I just don't like the platform because it's texting. I'm old school. I'm like, you know, I'd rather someone phone me and have a chat with me rather than text me. I'd rather someone phone and tell me off rather than tell me off on a text message. Just who I am. I'm to blame really, because I've not moved forward with times, whereas the company that I work for has moved forward with time. So you could say it's me, but I don't want to move too far forward with technology. Yeah, I'm like anyone else. I've got a mobile phone, I'm using cameras as we speak, I've got a sat nav. I have got that green app on my phone as amongst others, but I'd rather just pick the phone up and talk to someone, and you don't get that a lot here. Everything's through text. So for me personally, I feel like I'm on my own a lot. And I know lorry driving, you are on your own, but there's no camaraderie, there's no office environment, because we haven't got an office as such on the rigids anyway. So really they're the negatives I find with the company. Now if anyone wants to pick holes in that and say I've said it's a bad company, feel free, leave your comments below, but Nothing bad I've said about this company at all. It's just my personal issues with getting to grips for this company. Go on to positives, and we'll start with the vehicles. Rigids, lorry drivers in and out of different vehicles all the time. You would expect them to be a pile of shite. Well, I'm here to let you know that they're not. The vehicles are very well kept. They're clean. I haven't gotten a dirty lorry yet. Yeah, I've gotten a lorry where, you know, someone might have been in a rush and they've had to leave a bit of rubbish around. I'm glad they pick it up and put it in the bin. We're all guilty of that, I think. But in general, this company has worked. It's been good. They look after their lorries. The drivers look after their lorries because they look after the drivers. So it works. As I say, not got into a dirty lorry yet. Well maintained. You know, the hardest thing we have to do is check the oil in the morning, check the water, keep it running on diesel and AdBlue. Really, everything else is done for us. If it isn't, what I have noticed about this company in particular, they're active. If there's something wrong, they're active. They're on the ball. The lorry goes in. I got in a lorry the other week and it said malfunction. You know, I told the office straight away. I said, look, am I okay to drive this? Yep, it's going in tomorrow. It's booked in. We've been told we can drive it. So drive it. So I drove it. Drove it for a day. It was absolutely fine. Personnel. So there's 3 people I've met in terms of office staff. So we've got Martin, which I believe, well, I know Martin is the boss man. We have Danny. Danny does everything. I don't know what title I could give Danny. I think mine does a lot as well. Mine does do a lot. Danny does a lot. And some other guy with a great name. Same name as mine, Lee. So, to me, them 3 people, there is one other, but I haven't met this lady called Kathy, I think she's called. Lovely lady, from what I'm led to believe. Haven't met her, but hey, she hasn't got my wages wrong yet, so all good. Look, from what I understand, they all pull together, they all work hard, and I've seen evidence of that. So the ethics, the way they work, is brilliant. I'll give you an example. So I had to do a job the other day. I was given a job to do on Friday, so Thursday I was given a job to, sorry, no, that's a lie. Tuesday I was given a job to do Wednesday. Knowing I'm coming away, I needed to have a 45, but that was irrelevant. So I'll get given this pile of jobs, 3 jobs in one day. That is a lot for us. My average has been 1. The odd time I've had 2, but average has been 1. But I was given 3 in one day. And it looked like it was going to be a long drawn out day, and it was going to be very, very close to my 15-hour working time directive, my working day. So I got the job and I thought I'll make a call to the boss man. So I made the call to the boss man and I explained it. Rather than question it and say, I'll just do it, Lee, the first thing he said was, that's all right, mate, if you struggle, give me a ring and I'll come out and I'll sort it out. I'll take over you and you can go home. I mean, what boss would do that? But it just like, it was like a normal thing. It wasn't like his hand was being forced. It was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll come out and I'll take over. And then what he did do was he texted me about an hour later and said, don't worry, I've sorted it. Someone else is doing that job, you just do that one and that one. So, and there was no hassle for anybody. Absolutely no hassle. You know, they'll help you out. And I have noticed that, they'll help you out a lot. You know, all of them. My experience with Danny and Lee has been first class as well. My experience with Martin has been first class. No experience with Kathy. I think that's her name, Kathy. If I'm saying it wrong, I do apologise. Because to my understanding, she does the wages. I don't know what she does, but she's certainly part of the team. And I like the way it's all operated. So that's a massive positive for me. Hello mate, how are we doing?
Not bad, yourself?
Living a dream, mate. Good to go.
Straight downstairs.
Cheers. Thought I'd film cameras going on the ferry. Why not? Oh wow, it's well choppy. Shit. It's gonna be a bumpy crossing. Here. How far? Where am I going? All the way down the end. To the end. Right, so we have just made our first stop in France. Needed to get some diesel, excuse the air. Yeah, need to get some diesel, so we're dieseled up, we're AdBlued up, and we're pressing on now with the journey. So I've done this journey quite a lot down here over the years. Nice scenery. Well, it's very rare I do it during the day, if I'm honest. And as you can see, it's during the day right now, so it is quite rare. Normally we're driving through the night, but no, not at the moment. We're honoured to be driving during daylight hours, so that's good. So the plan. Bad throat. So we have how much drive time? So we've got 2.5 hours left on the 4.5, and then we've got 2 hours left. So we've got 4.5 hours. Phew. we got 4.5 hours roughly on our drive time. So I don't know how far we're going to get. We're not going to get too far south of Reims. Maybe Dijon, maybe in between Dijon and Reims we'll get today. Have a 9 hour, and then once we have the 9 hours, we will press on and just get there as early as possible. So the idea is really to get there as early as possible and to get a break. So we're aiming for a 24-hour break before we actually go and do our collection. So ideally, I think the collection is 7 PM on Thursday evening. So before really 7 o'clock, ideally earlier, but 7 o'clock at the absolute latest on Wednesday, parked up, tackle out, 24 hours off. Ideally, I want to be parked up for 5 o'clock. So if I'm an hour away and I put my tackle in, and then the plan is, I believe someone is flying out from the UK, one of our drivers, to Italy. They're going to come and meet me wherever has been agreed. Maybe that might be me picking them up, I don't know. I'm hoping it's before we load, so there's extra help loading. And then we're going to do a double man shift to Cherbourg line. We're going to have daily targets that we need to hit, i.e. towns, cities, whatever the case. My initial thoughts when I knew I was doing this was Reims, because as I say, normally we don't get the luxury of just coming directly. We have to go through customs, but because we're coming out here empty, we need nothing, no paperwork, nothing. So I've literally just gone over here. All I need was a GMR for goods movement, for me moving across. That is all we needed. So we're on a good to go. We're just flat out now. We're all fueled up. We're teed up. We're watered up. I've got a bottle of Coke, bottles of water, cup of tea. We're just going. We're going to go and go and go. I will keep you posted as to where we stop this evening, or roughly where we get to. Even though this video is going out a week later, I don't really want to say all of it. X, Y, and Z services have been here how long, blah blah blah. So there'll be none of that, I don't think. Morning, day 2, Tuesday morning, 5 o'clock. Feel rotten. Got my coffee. Not advertising in any way, shape or form. Got a Starbucks. Went and bought some Fisherman's Friends. Got a really bad throat. Blocked up nose. Got a cold. My wife would call it man flu. At this point in the conversation, I'd say to the wife, I'm dying. And she'd tell me to get over it. Man up. So, I'm going to man up and get over it. Right, so we are pretty much 40 miles sort of north of Dijon. So I think we made some good ground yesterday. Today we're going to make even better ground. Let me just put my tackle in now. Yeah, let me just check my time. Yeah. 44, 7:44, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're in France. Confirm entries. We are ready to go. So I'm going to go and do my vehicle checks in a minute. So yeah, we're going to make up some good ground today. I'm absolutely knackered. I didn't sleep very well. Reason being because my cold was building overnight, so I was getting a blocked up nose, couldn't breathe. I had hot and cold shivers. I hate that feeling. I feel alright now though. I feel shitty in one respect, that my body knows it's not had... I've had sleep, but just not continuous. It was like disturbed, quite regular. So I kept up and down, up and down, up and down, trying to get some water. Drank 2 bottles of water through the night. So the first thing I done when I got up this morning, I'm sure you can guess, I had to go to the toilet and have a nice wee. Very much needed, to be fair. So, as I was saying, we're just north of Dijon. The time has changed for the collection. Puts that a little bit more pressure on. Basically, because I want to get a 24 in before I do my collection. So I need to be parked up by a certain time. So bang out these 10 hours today, get a 9 on straight away, and then just hammer it on tomorrow. So I can get a stop in and a good rest. I want to be as close as possible to the collection point, but I need to be somewhere where I've got facilities. So you know, I'm going to be at least 15-20 minutes out, I'm sure of it, as to where I'm going. Anyway, I'm going to go and do my vehicle checks now, and no doubt the next bit you will see will probably be me talking again, or you'll be seeing the road ahead in France. So for now, guys, it's over and out, and I'm going to crack on and talk to you later. So we've just we're just short of Italy at the minute. We are heading to the Fraser's Tunnel. So we've done our first 4.5, just had a break, put some diesel in, and now we are, as you can tell, Italy bound. So I think we should be we're about 4.5 hours off Genoa in Italy, which isn't too far past Fraser's Tunnel. I said too far, but yeah, it is a long way through the tunnel. We are going now, we're heading for Turin. Go around Turin, over to Genoa. So by the end of play today, we should be more towards Genoa than we are Turin. Right, Tuesday, end of play. Time is 9 o'clock local. Finished early today. Made very good progress. We're about 3 hours from our destination. So tomorrow we're going to get up. No rush tomorrow. No, none of this 5 o'clock in the morning. Gonna have a bit of a lay-in. Still feeling unwell. So I've been off. Finished like 3 hours ago, and I probably slept for 2.5 hours of them. Literally woke up, just been to have some food. Knackered, unwell. I'm gonna go and have a shower now. Just come back, get my bag. It's been a good journey actually. It's not been as demanding and hard as I thought it was going to be this time around. Which I suppose is not a bad thing. I guess it's because I've hardly eaten, I've hardly been drinking. I've just head down and gone with it. God, my hair's a mess. Just got my head down and gone with it. You know, needs must, I suppose. The last thing we needed was me being late. I need to have 24 off tomorrow for Thursday before we go and do our collection. I say we because someone is flying to Italy tomorrow, and they're going to hotel it, and then I am picking them up on Thursday. So there'll be 2 of us doing the job, and the reason for that is because where we're going back to Dublin with it. And originally the drive was going to be back through Italy, back to France, back over to Dover from Calais, drive up to Holyhead, jump on a boat at Holyhead, across into Dublin. You're not going to do it in 3 days. It's probably 4 days, 4.5 days total to do that, maybe even 5 pushing. So I made my feelings known to the boss. He had an idea. Well, not my feelings. It wasn't a case of, oh, I'm not doing it. It was nothing like that. I just expressed my concerns about the 3-day deadline to get from A to B. Boss man, absolutely fair play to him, phoned me last week and said, I think you should get the boat from France. So Cherbourg, I get confused. We're going from France over to Dublin, 21 hours or 19-hour crossing, which is not too bad. So the gentleman coming with me that we're picking up, gentleman called Colin, I've met him before, nice guy. We are going to run double manned from Florence down to Cherbourg. Excuse the I'm so sorry. So yeah, that's me. I'm probably going to sign off today. As you know, I'm feeling really under the weather. I do not feel good. I've got a throat from hell. Nose is a bit better. I'm tired again, and I don't normally sleep this much. So I think I'm going to sign off today, and I hope you've enjoyed the content so far, what we're trying to show. We are limited to what we can show, as you know by now, but you know, I'm trying to show more of what's going on around me. New camera position, for example. Another camera position there on the window screen, which you can't see. I'm not too sure on this one. I've just recently changed, I say recently, just before I started videoing this little chat, I changed the camera, so I've done a close-up, so I don't know how much of my face. You might just be getting my tash in, you can just see some lips moving. I don't know, but yeah, I've tried to close it in to hide the belly. Now I've just tried to close it in so you're more on me rather than what's around me. I mean, you don't really want to see the video of my quilt, you know. Bed's made nice though, isn't it? I've done a bad job. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to sign off now, guys. I don't know what to say. I'm just banging on about anything that's random. So until tomorrow morning, guys, from me, Lee's Trucking, it's over and out, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Lights out. Morning again, people. Right, so we're all set to pretty much go. We've done my vehicle checks. Just doing the odd sorting out now. I.e. sorting my camera out, getting my camera in, getting ready to go. So far so good. Not too much of a bad day at all today. So got Still got my cold. Yeah, we've got about 3 hours max, 3.5 to do today. Vehicle checks are all done. Paperwork's all done. My logbook's all done that I do myself. Cameras are all set up, which is great. Just need to get the seatbelt on, get moving really. Other than that, a bit of a straightforward day today. So should be there for about 12:30, something like that. Park up. 25-26 hours off. Away we go. That's the plan anyway. Until a bit later on. So over and out for now, guys. Catch you later.